Sucks losing a body part for a job. Back in June I fell at work and my arm went through a window, severing my tendons, artery and nerves. I have had 2 surgeries so far and have to have 2 more. When I was at the hospital being prepped for my 2nd surgery, the owner of my company texts me and says he sold the company. My health insurance is cancelled. I no longer will receive my company-provided apartment. I moved across the state for this job, and that my employment will not transfer over. My question is, I have worked for the company for 7 years. Do they owe me severance? Edit. I have been on workers' comp since my injury. If you fell at work, get a lawyer now. This should 100% be work comp, not your insurance. Get a lawyer that specializes in work comp. Call tomorrow. A lot of this is untrue. Speak to your lawyer. Whoever bought the company took on your injury liability just as any other debt needs to be disclosed. You can also go after the previous owner for negligence. There is recourse here. Workers' comp can also pay for retraining in another field. If this type of work was risky and normal body dismemberment may be part of your work-provided life insurance policy, look into that. But you have a lot of recourse. You suffered a severe work-related injury. They owe you a hell of a lot more than severance. You got injured at work. Get a lawyer. As said before, this should be under workers' comp, not your health insurance. Even if you aren't employed there anymore, the workers' comp case remains active for that injury. Get a lawyer ASAP! Exclamation mark. Is workers' compensation a thing where you are? I don't know too much about workers' comp, but I do know it's all based on dates. The owner is still liable regardless of the company is closed. That depends on a lot of factors, including what state you reside in and whether severance was part of your employment agreement. Personally, I wouldn't bother with trying to hash it out with your employer. I'd talk to an unemployment attorney and see if I had a case. If I did, I'd sue. Don't forget to apply for unemployment benefits and see about getting disability as well. My friend got backed over by a large construction vehicle that wrecked his leg. Settled for $1 million. An arm must be worth half that. At least report him to the contractors board as well. Report him to OSHA. You should have COBRA insurance available. You definitely should have state unemployment insurance. Sounds like you're sorted workers' comp. There is a reason he sold so quickly. I believe this story is so great that OSHA would love to hear it. All kidding aside, that's horrific. All of it. Injury and the way you're being treated. I wish you the best and hope for a full recovery.
Yes, sue them.
Get a lawyer. Ask your lawyer, but time to sue for pain and suffering. Do some digging or ask someone to do some digging. It is entirely possible the company was sold on paper alone to a relative or someone else close to the owner in order for them to shed the burden of your fair treatment. Lawyer up, and since he sold the company he has cash on hand. If he doesn't run for the border with it stuffed in a suitcase. Wow. Where do you live? In my country. A. Health insurance does not depend on your job. B. You can't be fired for being sick. C. The company's insurance will usually have to pay enormous amounts of money for work-related permanent physical damage. Yay, they owe you workers' comp. They should have started to pay it back in June. Get a lawyer, man, ASAP. They owe you a lot, me friend, so don't let this asshole get you down any longer. Lawyer immediately. And take it step by step from there. I wish you well and good luck. You got this. You already had severance. Unless you had an employment contract. Nobody owes anyone anything in the US. Unfortunate but true. You should get a letter informing you that you can maintain your insurance through a system called Cobra. It's stupid expensive, but cheaper than surgery bills.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.